Welcome to another brand new podcast by yours truly, the one and only Mr. McDougall, with that incredibly sexy voice. A nice, thoughtful, and philosophical picture, perhaps, but no video because this time we are still going underground, baby. So, what I wanted to talk about right now is something else that has been bugging me. And it's about changes in your life. You see, I was talking about, heartbreak and stuff like that. and stuff like that. But anyway, I believe that having your heart broken is actually good for you. You need to have your heart broken and your feelings hurt to become a better and stronger and even tougher person than you are right now. You need to go through a lot of pain to get stronger. As you might know by now, the very famous quote, "No pain, no gain," it's actually true. I have experienced it myself. Some people will hurt you, but even though they hurt you and they might seem like total assholes for doing that, at the same time, you have to be thankful for them. Because if they wouldn't hurt you, you never would have gotten stronger. And you'll become insensitive to pain. And that's a good thing. Because only when that moment comes when you are completely insensitive to pain, that is when you will reach your true potential and success will be much closer. You always need to keep in mind that some people will hurt you eventually. Whether it be a close one or a distant relative or just an acquaintance, people will hurt you. You have to be prepared for that. If you're not, then it will hurt 10 times harder. And sometimes you're even prepared, but even then you won't see it coming. You can be hurt by the sweetest, kindest, friendliest person in the world, and you will not even expect it. This is why you need to be very careful. Anyone can hurt you. Anyone. And it's good. You need that pain. You need the pain to grow. If no one will ever hurt you, you will never grow and you will always stay small. You will never reach your true potential. That will never be unlocked. For those of you who play video games, you will never gain any skill points, no experience points, to improve your skills. It's not going to happen. Yeah. You might think I'm talking shit here, but if you think about it, it's true. Just think about it. Who is stronger? A person who has who's had his heart broken like 10 times, or a person who's never had his heart broken and it happened once? I have experienced this in real life. A friend of mine had his heart broken and he was in terrible, terrible shape. It was not, let's say, it wasn't a beautiful sight. He kept crying and he kept telling me, "Why does this happen to me? It has never happened before. This is impossible. How could she have done that?" Yeah. You see, that's the problem if you never get hurt. Because if you get hurt once, you'll keep crying about it. And you'll think that the whole world is unfair and that, this is impossible, it cannot happen, it cannot be. So you see how it doesn't benefit you if you never get hurt. You need that pain, you need to get hurt. It's funny actually, because you might think like, so what should I do? Should I, have my heart broken on purpose? No, that's not what I'm saying. Although it might help, but how can you have your heart broken on purpose? You can't. It just happens. So does that mean you have to let fate do it for you? If there even is such a thing as fate. Now, perhaps you can have your heart broken on purpose to go through a lot of pain. Who knows? It just has to happen to you. So, if someone's had his heart broken like 10 times, perhaps that person is luckier than we think. And someone who's never had his heart broken might be the unluckiest person in the world, because the moment when their heart does get broken, they will feel like hell. You'll have to pick them off the floor. And still they will fall right back and keep crying. Isn't that a funny philosophical thought? Anyway, I'm sure you've learned something by now. So heartbreak is not bad. Heartbreak is actually good. Every time you have pain. I know it sounds really stupid right now if you do have your heart broken. But after a while, you'll listen back to what I said, and eventually you'll see that there's definitely a lesson to be learned. Because it's not about agreeing or disagreeing. It's about trying to see the other perspective. Heartbreak is good. It's very good. You need it. You get what you need, right? And at times, let's be honest, you caused it yourself. In your subconscious, you actually caused it while being unaware, but in a way, you wanted to, because you wanted to go through that hell again. Perhaps that's why we do it in our subconscious mind without being aware of it in our conscious mind. Because we always want the best things for ourselves. So perhaps, in a way, our subconscious mind is helping us to become stronger. You got something to think about, right? Even I am surprised that it actually popped up in my mind. Anyway, I'm looking forward to you having learned something from this podcast. This was your host, Mr. McDougall. I'll see you next time. I'm out.